Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Pro here, and welcome to a new kind of series on the channel. This is just going to be how to build a base on factions. I know a lot of people have asked me to do a video like this a little while back, and I just I don't know, I've just been lazy, to be honest. I just haven't wanted to do it, but I've now decided to do it. So I'm going to show you guys how I personally would build a base. I know a lot of other people will build a base differently than I will, but this is just how I would build a base. So if you like to build your bases different, well, feel free to build your bases the way that you build your bases. But anyways, so if you guys are going to want to watch, there's going to be multiple videos to this series. They're not going to be like super long videos, so just keep that in mind. But there's going to be multiple videos to this series, so if you guys want to see any of the other steps after this, make sure you check the playlist in the description and you can see all the other videos. This is the first one, so I haven't made any other ones yet, but yeah, if you're watching this later on, you can watch the rest of them. And as always, if you guys want to see more videos like this is just going to be like a regular size base. If you guys want to see like bigger bases or smaller bases, let me know with a like and a comment down below, and I can definitely do that. So first step to building a base in factions is to find a good area to build a base. Now obviously you don't want to build in extreme hills, you don't want to build in a jungle, you don't want to build in forests because all the tree clearing. Pretty much like you want to find a pretty flat area like plains or a savanna or a desert even. But you don't want to, unless you want to do a lot of sponging, you could build in the ocean because you're going to have to trench. So it's completely up to you as to how much work you want to do in order to get your base the way that you want it. So I found this area right here. I actually just spawned like somewhere around here. I think it was over there, and I just spawned in this area and it looked pretty good. So this is where I decided to show you guys how to build a base. So once you figure out where you want to build your base, oh, my freaking microphone cord, headset cord keeps rubbing on my zipper on my jacket, and it's so annoying. Okay, fixed it. Okay, anyways, once you figure out where you want to build your base, you want to get a layout of where your base is going to be at, because you need to trench. I know not every server people trench, but a lot of servers people will trench all the way to bedrock, so that they can you know, put their walls and stuff all the way to bedrock. But once you figure out where you want to build your base, you just you know, I got a 2x2 base here. Turn on my chunk borders. I got a 2x2 base right here, so this is where my main base is going to be. So once I get that figured out, what you want to do next is figure out like your walls, your wraps, your regens, all that kind of stuff is what you want to figure out. So we're gonna want to do I'd probably say like 7 wraps. The reason why I say 7 is because if we go and build this all the way to the end of this chunk, that block right there is going to be the last wrap. Okay, so the first wrap from your base is going to be like 4 blocks out. So let me get this one right here built real quick. Let me just go right over here. I'm gonna go right here and up one, makes it easier. And then I can do this because I have fancy dancy world edit and do /walls 4. So that's going to be our outer wrap. Now you're going to want to go in for the next one, and then for the next one, and then for the next one, and then the next one, and so on and so forth until you get pretty close to the base. The last wrap, you want to be about 4 blocks away from the base. So right there, we don't want that one. So we're pretty much gonna have 7 wraps. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This is gonna be the last one. Let's go ahead and get all of these wraps done. So let me just build this all the way over like this. Just come on, let me place the block, please. Thank you. Okay, so this one gonna go there, and then there, and there, there, and there, and oh, oops, wrong one, and there. That should be last one, right? Yes. Okay. So let's get all these wraps wrapped around real quick so you guys can have more of a visual of what it will look like. Let me just get all of these done really fast. Boom. Next one. Boom. Next one. And one more right here. Okay. So the reason why I put the first wrap so far away from the main base is for the regen roof, because you want to have some space in between your roof and the first wrap so that you have more of a regen area around your base, because you don't want to just make your base the regen roof, because it's pretty much pointless. Okay. So once you have all your wraps done, as you can see, it goes out to the next chunk. So I am a really like OCD kind of person, so I like things to be symmetrical. So I kind of build within chunks. So a lot of bases, you want to build, you want to build like this 2x2 chunk base. You want to build it within the 4 chunks. Like, you don't want it to be halfway in this chunk and then halfway in this chunk, because a lot of servers, the spawners go chunk by chunk bases. So make sure you are within the 4 chunks. That's what you need. Okay, so once you have that done, generally after the wraps, I put 2 to 3 offset regions. So if you're gonna do offset regions, you want to go from the corner of this. You want to go 1, 2, 3. We're actually going to put the first one a couple blocks away. So it's going to be on the 4th block out is where you're going to start your first one. So you're going to have a 2 block gap right here. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, break those 2 blocks. That right there is going to be the first region. So then we could bring this out to here. Then that's going to connect. We need to make it look just like that. You can either do it that way, or you can do it this way and have it connect like straight diagonal right here. But we're not going to do it that way. We're going to do it this way, because this is the way that I like to do it. So just like that. And then you're going to wrap that one all the way around. So let's go ahead and put another one on this and another one on this right here. And then you're going to want to add your your extension, dang it, there we go, your extension parts right here, the mine chat part, just like this. And that's what your first one's going to look like all the way around. So if we take this and we do this and this, because we have world edit, we're going to use it. And we stack this. Where's my stack? I know I was doing it earlier. We stack this, what, 20? Let's see if 20 is good. Yep, 20 is perfect. So as you can see, this one will line up again right here. So if we go 1, 2, 3, and 4, this one is going to line up right here. And then we could do the same thing with this right here. Just like that. And then the corners will look exactly the same, and then we'll do that all the way around. So if we need to stack these, go ahead and stack that. That should be, nope, we need one more. There we go. So that's going to be the first regen. And then the second one, obviously you want to have it offset, so you could bring it in by 1 from this one. So the corner one, you go in right here, you go 1, 2. And then on the 3rd block is where you're going to put this one. You don't want to, you only want to have 1 block gap right here on these ones, okay? So same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, break that block. And then right there is going to be your regen. Then let's get a couple added onto here. Now with this one, it's gonna be offset on like the opposite corners. Like this corner is gonna look different from that corner just because of the way like it's laid out. But don't freak out, okay? It's fine. It's okay. All right, so let's get this one and this one just like that. And then this one we can go another 2 out right here. And then this will connect right here. Boom. And then that's going to be the corner of that one. So if we put our extensions on here, just like that, as well as this side, build it all the way down, just like that. There we go. So it's going to look like that on the next one. And then on the next one, you're going to want to go offset again. So you're going to want to go 1, 2, 3, break that block. Just like that. And then the same thing on this side. So it's offset from here. So 1, 2, 3. And then right here. Nope, not that block. There we go. Then we can build it out a little bit here. Like this. Until we get all the way to the corner. Build it real fast. Build it real fast. There we go. Okay. And once you get to the corner here, you can decide how you want to do your corner again. So this one, you can connect it right here, just like that. And then once you add the extensions onto here, you can see that it ends. You can see that it ends right here on the next chunk. So again, it's just all about symmetry with bases. A lot of people just go and they just go, you know, build bases wherever, but really if you build it like within the chunks or like, you know, how it's supposed to be built, it looks a lot better, to be honest. So I'm gonna get the rest of these regens built, and then I will be right back. Okay, I have gotten all of the regens done. As you can see, it fits in within all of these chunks right here. Now, a lot of people will just start building walls after this, but I like to put a checkbox right here just because I know like a lot of people put checkboxes a little ways, you know, further down, but I like to put a checkbox like right here because then like you could check this checkbox, you could check the next one, and just, you know, have a couple checkboxes you could check. So I like to put at least 2 sand walls right after this. So what I do is I go off of right here and I go 1, 2. You're gonna have a 2 block gap, and then this is gonna be the the wall, and then this is gonna be sand wall, sand wall, just like that. So this right here, these 5 blocks is gonna be your checkbox. So if we go to this side, we go 1, 2, 3, break that, sand wall, just like that. And then we can bring this all the way out here, just like this. Come on, let me place the block, please. There we go, like that. And then this one, just like that. And then this will be your sand wall all the way around. So let me go over to the other side, right over here. Let me turn down my speed a little bit. I feel like it's like way too fast. Okay, so we go 1, 2, 3, sand wall, and then same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, sand wall. Then you'll bring this around. So pretty much doing this is gonna make it so, you know, I mean, you don't have to build like all of this like I did. You can just like get the rough estimate. I'm just building it all to show you guys. So once you get it like your general area laid out of where you need to trench, then you can trench out that full area. So let me come over here. You get this / walls 1. I just hit my mic, so it's probably loud in your ear. And let me go right back over here. And walls 1. So that's going to be your sand walls, your regens, your wraps, And that's pretty much it. So now that you have pretty much the entirety of your main base laid out, and this obviously is if you're building it out in the middle of nowhere, but if you're building it like on a corner, you only have to worry about 2 sides. If you're building it on the world border, you can only have to do it on 3 sides. So you know, it's not as much work as it looks like. This is just building it out in the middle of nowhere. So once you get that done, I like to go at least probably about 4 more blocks out from where the sand walls are. So probably about 5 blocks actually. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll be right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be right there. And then that's gonna be like the outer edge of where you would trench. So let me come over here. And let me get this side right over here done. There's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring this out. Bring that out. Just like that. Now, if you're on a corner, you know, and you have like a lot of claims, you could take this out like as far as you want. You could take it out all the way if you want to. So once you get that done, you just come right back over here. Let me make this walls real quick. Walls 4. Okay, so that would be like the main area that you need to trench out all the way to bedrock for like your main base, because you want everything to go to bedrock. You want it to. So yeah, once you have that laid out, you can just that's gonna be probably next episode. I'll show you guys how to trench and stuff. But for this episode, I'm just gonna show you guys like the basic layouts that I like to do. And then next episode, I'll show you guys how to trench and stuff. Also, in this episode, I'm going to show you guys claiming. If I do F map right now, I have all of this claimed. So as you can see, I've got my main 4 chunks of my base right here. These 4 chunks. Well, actually, it's, let's see, F map. So it's these 4 chunks right here is my main base. So what you want to do, and on most servers, it's like a 20 chunk buffer limit. So what you want to do is you want to find the outer wall of your base, the chunk right here, and then it's 20 chunks, counting that chunk outwards on every side. So on Cosmic, that's the way it is. And I think there's a couple other servers that have buffer limits. So make sure you check with the server that you're playing on to see what the buffer limits are. But from the main part of my base here, it's 20 chunks every way. And then also you want to claim the corners out probably about, so once you get out to here, once you get to this corner, you want to go another 3 chunks this way, and as well as another 3 chunks this way. So if I go out to this corner chunk right here, this should be my very corner chunk. Oh wait, no, I need to go out one more. Oh wait, it's this one right here. It's this one. Yeah, so this will be my corner chunk. So you have room to put like corner pillars and whatever else you need. So that used up, let's see, I don't know how that used up 12. Well, my faction stuff is different from everybody else's, so just check and make sure. Like it's gonna be a lot easier if you have like alts. You can create an alt faction and claim a lot with that. But if you guys want to see like smaller bases than this, again, let me know in the comments, and I can make smaller bases. This is just like you know, a pretty decent base to start out with, especially if you have a lot of faction members. You can get this done pretty quickly. But after this next episode, I'm going to show you guys setting up the walls and like trenching and stuff like that. So come check out the next video. Again, I'll leave a playlist link down in the description if you guys want to see the rest of the videos after this one, after they've been made, of course. So that's going to be it for this video. If this did help you guys out, make sure you let me know with a like down below as well as a comment. And that's going to be it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah.